It's Lily at Reed Ranch. I have curlers in my hair. Okay, so this is going to be about a whole bunch of things. One, I don't even know what to say. So, oh my God. So the COVID-19, I don't watch the news, which does not, I realize makes me sound like I'm not smart. But if you know me or if you've followed this recently, my father, who I was a caretaker of, he was elderly, suddenly shot himself in the head, kind of blunt, the 20th of March. He was not depressed, that one could tell. He had never had a serious illness, and he contracted pneumonia. Of course, with all the COVID-19, so really common, suicide survivors try to figure out why in the world someone would do what they did. And I think if you didn't even know him, you'd be like, what do you mean he did it, but he wasn't depressed? Like, that doesn't even make sense. But I do think for someone who had never been sick before, I've had pneumonia multiple times. And I know the first time I had it, when I was actually finally starting to get better about a month later, I thought to myself, and I was like was I 29 years old? I remember thinking, this is how I'm going to die. Not like that time, but it was like, this was so sick. And I knew that people with pneumonia have scar tissue. And it was like, oh my gosh, now I got this. But anyway, not that I was really, but it was like, that was so serious. And since then, of course, not every time that I have pneumonia is it as bad. I've had walking pneumonia twice. And I didn't know I had pneumonia. I thought I had a bunch of other stuff. But my point is, still with me. Wait a minute. Sorry, you got to see those curls. My point is that I do believe watching the TV, talking about COVID-19 constantly, and pneumonia symptoms would sound like it, right? I truly believe he thought he might have it, and thought at his advanced age that was the end. Okay, so I think a lot of people are in a similar situation, whether you're young or old. And I know some people are like, nah, I'm not even worried about it. But I'm sorry, I got to see those colors. You've lost your job. COVID-19. You've lost your job, or you're afraid you're going to lose your job, or you're cut back on hours, or you still have your job, but you're working at home. All of these different things, for one, that's huge upheaval in your life. But the other thing is, if you're watching the news, which I'm not, I'm still aware of this. I just want to say, please have hope. Please know things will change. Things will get better. Hey, they might get a lot worse before they get better, but I promise you, things are going to get better. If you are depressed, please reach out to at least suicide prevention, suicide crisis hotline numbers. And I'm sure they're swamped right now. I just have to assume that because so many people are so stressed. But that doesn't matter. Please reach out. Obviously, I'm a complete raw, utter mess. I know I'm not crying right now, but I am so much pain. Nevertheless, I'm so worried for you. I'm so worried for other people. I'll end up making myself cry, but it's like, it's not that I could have even saved him, because I had no idea. But please have hope. if you see any social media like thought people, and I don't mean the ones who are going like, you just need to, I don't know, like light a candle, buy a salt lamp, I don't use some essential oils. And hey, I'm not poo-pooing whatever. If that actually makes you feel calm and happy and positive, cool. But I'm not just saying it's that, but like for a lot of people, talk to somebody, even if it's not a professional, talk to somebody. I know I'm kind of going on this pretty long, but there's also like, I just personally watched Dave Ramsey did a thing that was, I forget what it's called, but it's something hope, anything hopeful. Try to fill your life with not BS, but I mean like Chalene Johnson has completely tooled her social media field. I'm sorry, you just really need to see the rollers. To giving ideas or also talking about what's going on in her life. And here's an example, which probably, it's funny that this stands out, but I was like, honestly, that's a really good idea. So she has her university-aged children at home, and then their significant others will be around. And yes, they are under the number 10 of people in the house, but they're all very, very active and very sportsy and fitness oriented, right? So they actually converted her living room to a gym, and they're calling it like their mental health room or something. But they're all like, that's where they're trying to spend time. That may not be your thing, but like if you're stuck home with kids, and I know this video goes on and on, like whatever thing is going to be something that you can schedule and have some structure, or burn off energy, or I don't know what. So like, I don't know what to tell you to do. You have to know what works for you, but please do not isolate yourself if you're feeling sad or hopeless or scared. Reach out to others, because others understand. And if you reach out to somebody and they tell you like, that's all in your head, blah, 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 well, maybe you need to reach out to somebody else. Okay, there's help.
I need to ask you a favor. Social media allows you and others to see our content if you like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Otherwise, it just gets ignored. So I heartfeltly thank you.